welcome back to my channel. My name is Ayana. I'm a licensed massage therapist, spa owner, esthetician, and in this video, I want to talk to you about the pros and cons of being a mobile massage therapist, and also how you can get started with building your mobile massage practice if that's something that you're interested in. So I have been mobile for 4 years. Only recently, about 2 months ago, I invested into having this space. So this is my first time in my whole massage therapy practice of having my own space. So over the last 4 years, I have a lot of insights I could share with you all, and that's actually what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm actually going to start with the number one thing that I've learned about being mobile. Mobile massage is a premium service. And okay, maybe that seems obvious. Maybe it's obvious that having someone literally take their table and travel to you is a premium luxury experience, no matter what type of massage you do, no matter what you believe about luxury massage. But not only is it a luxury experience, but the type of clients that continuously get mobile massage, I notice, are a different type of clientele. What do I mean by that? So this type of clientele, they might have a bigger home, they might have more disposable income. That's the type of client that I'm talking about. They see the luxury in having a client come to them, and a lot of the time, it's more about the convenience of not having to leave their house. That's something that I really realize, and I mostly realized this when I started doing more mobile couples massages. And the type of clients that would seek out this type of massage, they had more disposable income to spend. They were in a different, maybe you could say tax bracket, whatever, however you want to say that. So that's just something I noticed. And so they were willing to pay a bigger price. So even sometimes I would get gratuity. Some people would double my gratuity. So for example, when I first started, I started at a lower rate. I believe one of my rates when I first started my business for the second time, I think I started at like $60 for a mobile massage. I know, crazy. And so I remember having one client who clearly had more disposable income who ended up tipping me that much. He tipped me $60 on top of the $60 that I placed on top of the session. And so that let me know, light bulb went off. Okay, maybe my prices are a little bit too low for this type of massage. And so when I started seeing this type of clientele over and over again, I was like, okay, this is a different type of clientele. Even when I got into more lymphatic drainage and that became, the only thing that I would do, because I am manual lymphatic drainage certified, I realized that, okay, even with these types of clients, it's usually someone who has a little bit more disposable income. So that let me know that I can charge more. So pro number one is that you can charge a lot more for mobile massage. It's actually a little strange when I see mobile massage therapists pricing themselves so low, because you got to think about it. There are gas expenses. There are just even more expenses when it comes to your stuff could get lost. I don't know about y'all, but I've definitely left things at clients' houses before. So, and there's also more risk of you going into someone's home, just like with any other job. So you can charge a lot more for it. So that's pro number one. The second pro of mobile massage, and this is a big one, is that there's very little overhead. You are not paying rent somewhere. You're not paying utilities. You're not paying, a home phone bill, a bill, or even internet. You're not paying for any of that stuff. So because of that, you have very low overhead, which means that you can make a bigger profit off of your massage services. Oftentimes, all you need is yourself, your skills, and your car, and gas in your tank, and your supplies to make sure that you can complete your services. So that is another big pro, is that you're not starting with a whole lot of money. I got started with $500, if that. It was a little bit less than 500, but we'll just say 500. And I was able to turn that into a full-time income, which still blows my mind to this day. So I'm thankful that I started off mobile. The third pro of being a mobile massage therapist is that it's unique. When I started doing my practice, when I restarted my business, I realized I was the only mobile massage company in my area that was offering type of massage that I was doing, but just even offering to do things like corporate events, spa parties, just going to people's homes and offering services. So it was something that really differentiated me from other people, and something that I also noticed is that that it would be the factor that allowed people to decide to choose me or not choose me. Well, we'll get into the cons later. But so that's another pro, is that it makes you different. It makes you stand out. There is a lot of convenience that comes comes from having someone travel to you to offer massage services. So you can really lean into that and make sure that that's what sets you apart against your competitors. So that is the third pro of being a mobile massage therapist. Okay, so even though mobile massage is awesome and I'm so glad that I started off mobile, there are also some cons or consequences to being mobile or transitioning into mobile or even starting off mobile. So let's start with number one. So one of the cons of being a mobile massage therapist is safety. So I get the question a lot, which is, how do you stay safe when you're doing mobile massage? Aren't you scared to go into, just anyone's house? And honestly, in the very beginning, yes, I was very nervous. I'm someone who has crippling anxiety at times, and it was really something that I had to overcome. There were times where I would literally make sure that, I'd call my best friend and have her on the phone while I'm doing a session at someone's house. I mean, the client wouldn't know, but I would actually call her and she would be on the phone just listening in, making sure everything was good. But, with that, it's really not for the faint of heart if that's something that kind of bothers you. And it also depends on your area. I don't know, everyone's in different areas. For me, it's more reasonable for me to go into someone's home than maybe if I lived in a really, really big city or something. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's just my opinion. So when it comes to safety, there are ways you can take precautions. So for me, for every client I have, I get a card on file. I feel like that eliminates a lot of, the bad seeds out there. The fact that I get, some type of identification. Even in your intake, you can ask them to send you, a copy of their ID. You can do anything that you want to ensure your safety. Most of the time, 99% of the time, clients will understand. And if they don't want to do all that extra stuff to make you feel safe, then they're not the client for you, and that's not someone that you want to work with. So there are a couple ways you can make sure you stay safe, even if that's just letting someone know where you are when you're doing a session. My massage instructor actually taught us to, when you are showing up at someone's door, stay on the phone with whoever it is, your husband, your friend, whatever, and tell them, hey, I just showed up to so-and-so's house and I'm going in. So that the client hears that and they know that there's some type of, paper trail, whatever. So it just depends. You can also carry some type of protection, whatever is legal in your state, if that's what makes you feel safer. So for me, it is something, that I struggled with just mentally in my mind. 99% of the time it was fine. There was maybe one time where I was like, ooh, I don't know. And if you want a story time on that, maybe I'll, let me know. But yeah, so that is a con, is that your safety is at risk anytime you enter a stranger's home. That's just how it is. But there are ways that you can mitigate that risk. So that's the other side to it. So one of the cons of being a mobile massage therapist is the fact that you can't really offer everything. So what do I mean by that? When it comes to mobile, because you're carrying yourself with you, not only could you forget things or lose things or not be as prepared as you want to, but you can't do everything. So you can't expect to do, let's say, fire cupping in someone's home. Now, I have no doubt that people do it, that they're willing to bring all their stuff to do something like fire cupping, but there are just certain things that you probably wouldn't do, like certain wet therapies or body scrubs or things like that, or even facials. That's kind of one of the main reasons why I ended up getting a space, is because now that I'm an esthetician, I can offer facials and other types of services that my clients were asking for. And so because of that, I wasn't really able to do that in someone's home. Trust me, I thought about it. I also tried to organize doing facials mobile, but it just didn't really work out. It just seemed to be a little bit too messy. Now, if you're watching this and you do facials or something kind of, messy in someone's home, let me know. Please tell me what your process is, because that is something that I just really logistically could not figure out. You can only really do things that make it, more comfortable for you, considering that you're bringing all your stuff and hauling it into someone's house. So now that we've talked about some of the pros and cons of being a mobile massage therapist, I do want to give you some extra steps to help you get started with your mobile massage practice. Number one, I want you to determine your range. Determine how far you're going to travel when you're doing mobile massage. Are you going to travel more than, let's say, 25 miles outside of the city? Are you going to travel to that city and this city? Like, how far do you actually want to travel? The next tip I have for you is to be organized. Be organized with your supplies. Make sure you have everything, and make sure you pack even extra of things that you know that you already have. So for me, because I was constantly on the go, I learned that I needed to actually have extra pairs of scrubs, extra gloves, extra sheets, extra really of everything in case I left something at home. There was one time I left my sheets at home. I left my sheets and I also didn't have my disposable pads that I use, so I actually had to ask the client to give me their sheets. And there are actually some massage therapists who will tell their clients in advance that actually you're gonna have to give me the sheets that we're gonna use on you. So there are some clients who are like that. I've also had some people tell me that they've had their clients actually have to purchase a massage table and then they would just keep that massage table in their home. Personally, that's kind of a big investment for someone who may or may not book again. The type of business I have, I wanna make sure I have everything covered, so all the client needs to do is get on the table. That's it. But there are so many different ways that you can structure it. You could do one of those options, but again, just make sure that you are organized and make sure you have all the supplies that you need. Matter of fact, I do have a video and I'll link it somewhere on the screen where you can watch and see like what type of supplies I use, what I use in my practice, and I also have a list of supplies that you can use in your practice. So definitely check that out. Some other videos that I have that could help you get started with your massage practice, especially if you're mobile, is the video I did on how to have boundaries with your clients. That's super important, having boundaries when you're mobile, and then also the different supplies that you'll need when you're starting your massage business. The final tip I have for you all is if you're mobile, you really want to start getting collaborations with different companies, different vendors, even offer spa parties and events. So that is another way you can charge for mobile massage, is to offer something like table or chair massage to a company, to a business, to a group, but definitely try to expand your network so that you're meeting the type of people where you can collaborate with other businesses. For example, when I work with students in SpaBizSuccess and they tell me that they're mobile, I know in my head that we need to be talking about collaborations and how they're going to get these collaborations with hotels, with living facilities, just so many different ways that you can get partnerships with businesses. I know in my network, I talk to even nail techs or people who do party events, party planners, wedding planners. Those are the type of people that you want to be talking to if you're a mobile massage therapist, because a lot of times businesses have more money than actual individuals in some situations. So they're more than happy to give you extra for providing, let's say, chair massage for their staff or to show up to an event. Even one time I did a spa party it was so cute. It was a group of friends who had been friends for like 30 something years, and they wanted me to give them massage while, they watched Steel Magnolias, and it was just so cute. So many different situations. If you just, think outside the box, you can collaborate with other businesses. So I hope this video was super helpful for you all. Put down in the comments if you're a mobile massage therapist, if you're no longer mobile, if you're transitioning into mobile, and let's start a conversation. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.